Hey everyone, it's April 12th, and that means that if today's your birthday, you share with alleged attempted murderer Nick Pasqual, and that is him right up there. Born in 1990, Pasquale grew up in Pittsburgh, where he dreamed of becoming an actor. He moved to Los Angeles to pursue the craft, living for a time at the Oakwood, a well-known apartment complex where many young actors and musicians reside, including at one time Kenneth Branagh, Neil Patrick Harris, Kirsten Dunst, Jennifer Love Hewitt, Christina Ricci, Queen Latifah, Axl Rose, and Slash, among many, many others. He attended Brian Reese Acting Studios in a class with cast members of Mad Men and even briefly the original Old Spice guy, and worked as a scare actor at Universal Studios' Halloween Horror Nights. His family was heavily involved in his life, and he returned to Pittsburgh to get braces when he needed them, put on by his father, who was a dentist. Pasquale found some success in Hollywood with small roles on How I Met Your Mother and American Gangster, and he returned to Pittsburgh to film a movie that he produced and starred in called Poor Paul. While working on the science fiction film Rebel Moon in 2022, he met a talented makeup artist named Ali Shehorn, and the two soon became a couple. They seemed to be a good match, an actor and a makeup artist who perhaps could have worked together for years to come. But it wasn't a happy relationship for long, as Pasquale eventually turned violent, culminating in him allegedly beating his girlfriend with a belt in January of 2024. They broke up, and he handled that with escalating violence and obsessive behavior, being accused of stalking and attacking his now ex-girlfriend in April of that same year. Shehorn filed for and was granted a restraining order on May 20th, but just 3 days later, her life would change forever. Pasquale is accused of breaking into her home on May 23, 2024, where he proceeded to attack her with a knife, stabbing his victim more than 20 times before fleeing the scene, leaving her for dead. She was found by a friend that was staying in the home with her, and she was rushed to the hospital, where after extensive surgery and a stint in intensive care, she started on her long road toward recovery. Meanwhile, Pasquale had driven to Texas, where he attempted to cross the border into Mexico, but was apprehended at a border checkpoint. He was extradited back to California and was formally charged with attempted murder, with Shehorn attending court proceedings in August, saying that she will be at every hearing and that she hopes there is justice served. I think we can all agree with that sentiment, and there is a GoFundMe to help Shehorn. Please search for Ali Shehorn GoFundMe for details on that. As terrible as this case is, you might be asking, Matt, why are you now coming back after a year to make a video about someone that's not a serial killer, and especially when there hasn't even been a trial yet? And that's because I also attended Brian Reese Acting Studios and was in a class with Nick Pasqual. Yes, that's actually me in these photos. Yes, I still own a lot of the same clothes from 10 years ago, including my awesome Salad Fingers hoodie. We went to each other's birthday parties, and I even once was in his Oakwood apartment. We weren't super close friends, and I hadn't seen him in many years before this incident, but it goes to show you that you never know what someone is capable of. If you had asked me who in our acting class was most likely to stab their ex-girlfriend 20 times, I would have had Nick at the bottom of the list. I probably would have ranked myself above him at that time, and I'd never do anything like that. The lasting message is that just because someone appears to be harmless doesn't mean they are. And if you find yourself in a controlling relationship, get out as soon as you can. It's not likely to get better. If you find yourself having urges to be controlling towards those you date, get some help. Don't allow yourself to slide down this path towards violence. And to Nick Pasquale, all I have to say is, happy birthday, you bastard.